Jess, your biggest cheerleader, fellow teacherpreneur, and all-around business bestie. Today I'm fired up because truly, if I could stand on this desk right now and shout this message to every teacher in the world, I would. You are incredible, and you are sitting on skills that make you perfectly equipped to succeed in the online business world. Yes, you can juggle 30 kids at a time. You can do those late night marking sessions, those early morning lesson planning sessions. You are absolutely capable of creating an online business, turning your expertise into income, and living a life of freedom and purpose. Teaching doesn't have to just look one way. There are multiple ways that you can use the skills that you have. And before I dive in, I asked a question about today's topic on my Instagram story, and I want to thank the teachers who responded. Your insights helped me understand exactly where you're at and how you're feeling. One major concern with entering the online business world, selling, sales, is who's going to pay me? What can I even charge? It feels weird pricing a resource that I created for myself for free. But let me tell you, business is not about giving your knowledge away for free. Business is not about giving your knowledge away for free. You wouldn't ask a hairdresser for a free haircut, or you wouldn't go get your nails done and expect it for free, right? The same applies to your expertise. Someone has learned a skill and they're able to deliver that skill. You have learned multiple skills and you're able to deliver that skill and get paid for it. You deserve to be paid correctly for what you create. And I'm talking outside of traditional education here. I'm talking about things that you can create on the side of your full-time role, because you want to earn more, because you want more for yourself, more for your family, or because you want to transition out of the classroom and you want to create another income stream for yourself. So to be able to do this, if you don't believe in charging for your knowledge and charging for what you are worth, no one else will either. There's no point in creating anything if you're not going to believe it yourself. This is one of the biggest shifts that I work with teachers on when making that step into entrepreneurship, because once you have that belief in yourself, you're able to then start selling, you're able to then start seeing the benefit of it, you're able to then start authentically showing up and feeling good about putting what you've created out there into the world. So if you do not charge your worth, and what I mean by if you do not charge your worth is if you create something and you give it away for free, or if you create something but you underprice it, you're selling your resources for 99p, £5, £10, something that's not, you can't really see the full this is going to really change how I live my life, right? Those numbers are on the lower scale. So when you're selling your things at that, or when you're thinking about selling your things at that price, you become resentful because you're giving away your time and energy. It might feel good initially because you're helping teachers, you're helping students, it'll feel good. But after a while, it quickly becomes draining, because when you realize, actually, it took me this many hours to create this resource and I'm literally giving it away for free or for a low price, it doesn't feel good. And when you do underprice yourself, your audience is not going to take you as seriously. People value what they pay for. And when you offer everything for free or underprice your products, you are sending a signal that your work isn't worth much. Think about when you are purchasing something online. Think about clothes. So simple. If you buy something from Shein, you know that the quality is not going to be very good. It's going to take 10 days for it to arrive. It's not going to last you very long. You already have a perception of what's going to arrive in the mail because you've not spent that much money on it. But when you invest in something, maybe you invest in a pair of Lululemon leggings, or you invest in something that's a little higher priced, you're expecting higher quality. You're expecting it to last you longer. You're expecting it to make you feel good. And that's how I want you to see the products that you're putting out there. If you're undervaluing, that's the message that you're sending to your audience. And that's a business shift that I want you to see, and a mindset shift that I want you to see, because you're able to value yourself and put the price on that and put whatever price you want on that. When you do underprice yourself as well, you limit your own growth, because without the income there, you can't reinvest in your business. You can't expand your offerings. You can't sustain yourself. Let's say you have a course and you put it out there, and if it's a low priced product, you're not able to see the funds to be able to upgrade to a better quality platform that delivers your course automatically. You're unable to do that because there isn't the money coming in. But when you price your course at what it's worth, you then have that margin to be able to reinvest into better products, invest in a better microphone, a better laptop, improve your business so that you grow and to sustain yourself and to keep going longer and longer. So that's what happens when you're undervaluing yourself. When you begin to charge for your work and charge in a way that feels good, it allows you to show up fully. When you're being paid what you're worth, you can give your best to your audience without feeling drained or undervalued. Suddenly creating content and talking about your product is a lot easier. And I wonder why that is, because you're seeing the financial rewards of it too. It also builds trust when you start charging your worth, because believe it or not, when you pay for something, people are more likely to implement what you're saying and see the value in it. I don't know if you've ever downloaded something for free before, you probably have, and it sits in your inbox. You never open it, you never watch it, it's free. It's something that's just, okay, it is what it is. But when you pay for something, you actually implement what's been said. You download the worksheet, you watch the video, you watch the workshop. When people pay for things, they see the value in it and they're more likely to take action. I have a previous podcast episode on this topic. I think it's called Free versus Paid Content, and it goes into that scenario, how people just automatically, because they've got, I forget the word for it, but when you invest your money into something, you're more likely to take action. It's empowering when you set your prices, and owning your worth sends a message to yourself and your audience. What I have on offer is valuable, and I believe in it, and I believe in you, and I want to help you. And that's what happens when you start charging for your resources, products, services, etc. Since the last episode, a few more of you grabbed the Teacher to Entrepreneur Workbook. So if you flip to day 11, which is on page 52, it's all about this, where we dive into pricing strategies, how to calculate your sales goals, and more importantly, how to feel good about what you're charging. Because pricing, it isn't just numbers, it's a reflection of your belief in what you bring to the table. So here's a quick example. Imagine you've created a resource for teaching SEN strategies and you sell it for £5. Great. But you sell it for £5 to 10 people over the weekend and you've earned £50 that weekend. Great. Is it going to change your life? Probably not. But you can start to see, well, if I sell more, I'll be able to earn more. Now imagine if you just price that product, the same product, at £25. That's still an incredibly fair price, and 10 people still buy it over the course of the weekend. You've made £250 that weekend. Now, £250 and £50, same product, same effort, different result. Now, what's the difference between you pricing those two things? What's the real difference? The difference is a belief, and a belief in the value of what you've created and the courage to set a price that reflects it. Because let's say that resource for your teaching SEN strategies, that's maybe taken you your degree, experience in the classroom, the time spent putting it together, all of that work that you've done, all of that experience that you have, you're selling that for £5. And as I said before, immediately that might feel good. Like you're like, yes, I just want to help, and I just want to really help teachers. £25 and £5, think about it. Same product, same effort, different result. You need to start seeing that what you know and the years you've spent in education, and if not, you haven't spent years in education, still doesn't mean you can't price it correctly. You can, but just think about the time and effort that you've put into that product. Really think about it. Not just the time that it's taken you to create on Canva, the time that it's taken you to get that knowledge to be able to put it into that product. So I've got a quick pricing confidence booster activity that I want to work with you on. Grab your notebook or open up a document on your computer, and I want you to write down the following: one resource, skill, or strategy that you've created or you've mastered. And again, this can be outside of traditional education. This can be something to do with your health, your lifestyle, parenting. It can be anything. But something that you know, either for your students or colleagues, something that you know that can help someone else. Could be a lesson plan, a behavior management strategy, even a way to make marking more efficient, anything. Could be anything. And then ask yourself, what value does it bring? Like, how is that? If I could teach someone that skill, what value is that for someone else? What transformation does that create? Does it save time? Does it help a student achieve their goals faster? Does it relieve stress for teachers or parents? What is the transformation of that? And I did this one exercise way back when I first started, when I was thinking about products I could create and services I could create outside of what I was doing in special education. And I was helping tutors go online, in-person tutors set up their Facebook profile, set up their Instagram profile, very simple things. And I thought, if I can help a tutor do that, well, that means that they're going to be visible online. It's going to help them reach more students. It's going to help their business grow. I could see, well, what I know I can help another tutor with, and it's going to help them in turn. It's that ripple effect. It's a transformation, and you can charge for that. You can price that, and then set a hypothetical price. So you've wrote down your resource or a skill or a strategy, write down what value that brings to someone else, and then set a hypothetical price. If someone could access that transformation, if someone could access the result, what would that be worth to them? Would they be able to have a better day at school? Would they be able to feel better? What would they be able to do? What is the price of that? And now take a huge deep breath and imagine someone happily paying that amount because they see the value in what you offer. And this isn't just a pricing exercise, it's about training your brain to recognize your worth. What you know, you don't have to give away for free. What you know is valuable. And again, pricing isn't just about what you've got, it's about how you are showing up and what you believe about yourself to be true. And I've seen it over and over again. Teachers who are constantly selling their resources and they're in high demand and they aren't necessarily creating wildly different products. They just know their work is valuable and they show up with confidence. You can see it when people are creating content, someone who believes in what they're selling and someone who doesn't. And that's why I recently updated the Teach to Entrepreneur Workbook. If you flip to the back of the book, you'll find a brand new section that's called Teacherpreneur Thoughts to Embody Success. And it's a page I created to help you get into that mindset of knowing your worth. It's filled with affirmations. Well, there's one page on affirmations, one page on thoughts. And I revisit that page all the time myself to build my belief even more. It's just thoughts that will allow you to think differently, feel differently, and act differently so that you can start selling your products and can start feeling good about it. So think about it right now. If you still got your notebook open, what's stopping you? What truly is stopping you from charging your worth? Is it what people will think? Is it if your colleagues find out? Is it because you might think, well, why is she so expensive? If you go to a hairdresser, you can go to a hairdresser that's £50 and you could go to a hairdresser that's £250. And again, it's not just about setting a price, it's about stepping into the belief that what you offer has value. If you are still struggling with this, grab the Teacher to Entrepreneur Workbook and go to day 11 because that's all about pricing, and it will walk you through setting your pricing, calculating your sales goals, and then the back of the book, which will help shift your mindset to one of confidence and abundance. I will leave the link down below for you to grab that workbook. If you want to see if it's the right fit for you, you can always drop me a DM on Instagram or TikTok. Please remember that your skills are valuable, and please remember that we don't live in a world where we have to only have one income stream anymore and one salary anymore. There are multiple ways that you can use your skills, and there are multiple ways to monetize to help you live the life that you want to live. I hope this podcast was incredibly helpful to you today. If you have any questions, just head over to my social media and drop me a comment. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will speak to you in next week's episode. Bye.